Today we're going to be working on a brand new partner research that I got from a buddy in Japan, and specifically it's called Partner Research Family Mart Japan. And in case you're curious what Family Mart is, it's basically kind of like a 7-Eleven or something like that, but with better quality food. And what we have to do for page 1 of 4 is we have to make 20 curveball throws, catch 30 Pokemon, and then send 5 gifts and add a sticker to each of them. And as you know, this is not going to take too long at all, so let's smash it out real quick. So I'm going through my stack so I can catch more Pokemon faster so we can be done with this page, but look at what I got myself here, a Shiny Pokémon. I forgot that this was in here, but we might as well catch it for the video. Why not? And this one's the European one, so technically we'll have the European one caught here in Florida, which is cool. So that's 1, that's 2, and there's our 3rd one. Cool. I don't believe it's very good, but let's take a look at it. 429 is a 10, 14, 11. Alrighty. There might be more shinies in this stack, to be honest with you, so let's go through it and see what we can find. But there is another Pikachu, and these still can't have background cards. So this Pikachu's been caught. Let's just see for fun if it gets the background card. It'd be cool, but it didn't. But I do think I already have a Florida background card Pikachu. And now page 1 of 4 is done. Let's see what we get in the beginning. Score Bunny, kind of cool, 451. Now what we want to see is we want to see 470. I got lucky and got the Sobble at 470, and Score Bunny's the same. Rookie again is 465. But let's see what happens with these Score Bunnies. Maybe we'll get ourselves a hundo. Number 2 is this one right here, 443, not great. And then we've got this one right here, Are You the Hundo? Oh man, these just went down. And for the final rewards, we get an incense, we get a lucky egg, and we get 2 golden razzes. And now we have to use 20 berries to help catch a Pokemon, catch 12 different species of Pokemon, and explore 5 whole kilometers. So that part will take a little bit of time, but of course we're gonna be grinding the whole way. Like with these Charmanders, I really wanna do as many of these Charmanders as possible. And the reason why is because we're gonna have Beldum Dynamax Battles very soon, but for some reason it appears that the game has frozen, so that's exciting. Looks like we have to do a refresh. All right, we've actually made it into the battle now, so that's great. But like I was saying, what we want to do is we want to get a good Charmander for a Charizard for the 3-star Beldum battles. You don't know how hard they're going to be comparatively to these 1-stars, because obviously these 1-stars go down super easy, but you want to use Dark and Fire and just anything that's super effective against Beldum. If you don't want to go for Charmander, you can also do School Vet. When it evolves into Greedent, it does get Crunch, it gets Mud Shot, it gets a whole bunch of really good moves for it, so... Oh, and we get an XL Rare Candy, that's awesome. We'll leave the Squirtle for fun. We're gonna skip the terrible idea of spending any money, and not a shiny one, and a 543, okay. 560 is what I'm looking for, and hopefully we'll get to see that. But also, I'd like to see a yellow one. Got ourselves another Charmander here, and thankfully we're about to bring it down real quick. Let's just max knuckle him into oblivion. So satisfying. I do love the animations quite a bit. They definitely have an impact, you know? Now let's get that shiny Charmander. Nope, that's still not it. 551 though, that's up there. Though I do believe we already got a 551 and it was like a 13, 15, 15, but hopefully this one has 15 attack. And now we finally caught that Charmander. Let's take a look at the IVs. Wow, Walmart hundo, cool. I mean, I'll take it, but you know, would be nice if we had a couple more notches in there. I actually have to go somewhere right now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop the daily and see what happens. Maybe we'll get another Galarian Bird. Recently, we did have a Moltres back in England. It would be cool if we could get another one, but let's wait and see what this first spawn is. Oh, a Galarian Lillipup, neat. We'll see what happens with this incense, but hopefully something cool will show up. Another Charmander has been absolutely obliterated. Now, yet again, we're gonna try to get that yellow Mander, but we didn't get it, and a 541. My goodness, my IVs have been usually pretty terrible. I've been seeing a few people getting hundos too, so big shout out to you guys. And immediately after that Charmander, we got a Galarian Articuno here. This is a small one too, so there's a decent chance we could catch this thing. And I'm gonna have to try to find a place to put you guys down on, because I feel like I could get a good throw on this and actually catch the thing. All right, I found a public mailbox. That's the best I can do. Unfortunately, the cicadas have started up, but now we can focus on catching this guy and hopefully getting our hands on it. But I need you to come back down, my friend. He just wants to keep attacking. Okay, come on. Come down, please. It's so much easier to throw at these things when they're down here, but now I gotta wait for him to attack. So we're gonna set the circle and hope that he chooses to attack and not go out. There we go, there's the attack. We throw, great curveball. Okay, it could have been a lot better, could have been a lot worse. Breaks out immediately, and he doesn't care at all. We spent all that time just for that. Well, you never know. We might get another one on my way to my place, but good lord. Would you believe that we found another Charmander? Maybe beating these things with a daily instance on brings in birds. I highly doubt it, of course. You know, I'm sure that was just dumb luck, but it would be cool if we get another bird after this. But what are we going to get here? No XL Rare Candies. We will leave the Bulbasaur for fun. And for the bonus challenge, not a yellow one, 537. Oh yeah, that is really bad. Let's catch this and see if we got a bird at least. Charmander down, and we have a Galarian Hoppip afterwards. Definitely was a fluke then. And yet again, a Charmander goes boom. Now please do me a big old flavor and have sparkles, because that would be sick, but you don't. And oh my god, 522. Oy, I didn't even know they could get that low. Joy. And now we've walked all 5 5 of those kilometers, we can claim every single one of these. And I don't know where we're gonna get, but it's a ducklet. Okay, ducklet's cool. I don't quite remember what the hundo is though, so, well, that one's pretty close. It would be cool if we got a pink duck, so that's not a pink duck. This one is much worse. And here's the third one, not shiny and not great. Final rewards time, we get a Poffin, we get 3 revives, we get 10 max potions, love that. And a quick refresh later, power up 5 times, defeat 5 Team Go Rocket grunts, and earn 2 candies while walking with your buddy. Well, Stonjourner, I'm afraid we're gonna have to switch you out in a moment. Once I get these battle hearts, I really don't understand why these haven't gone through. I've battled with them a few times. But once we do that, we're gonna switch in Ramen. I guess for the powering up, we'll just do this Hundo, Hisui, and Growlithe. I want to actually like max this thing all the way, so it'll cost a little bit. I think I need to do one more, but there we go. Now let's do the rest of it. Got a double rocket here, which is awesome. Here's hoping after we beat this one, the next one will still be there, because it could despawn, but I really hope not. And this one is Waters are Treacherous, which means it could be Totodile, which is really good right now, but it's Ammonite, so not as good. But it could be a Shiny Shadow, so we'll see what happens. And the grunt is down. Let's see what happens. After getting the components and stuff, and we're almost at a Rocket Radar, which is great. Let's see if we get that purple Ammonite. We do not. Alrighty. And if we quickly run away, the other one's still here. I think it's best that we just do that, and maybe we can catch the other one later. And this one's a Ghost Grunt, so we're not gonna get any potential shiny.
Many hours later.
Well, a bit of time has passed. I've been helping out some family with some stuff, and also just kind of like, you know, hanging out with them a little bit. It's been a while since I've hung out with family. And while I was helping with some errands, I did get a shiny Drillbur, so that was really cool. But now we're back on the grind, and I got myself a Charmander that isn't a yellow one yet, and a 546. All things considered, not terrible, but I really do hope that we get our hands on a shiny of one of these things. But I really don't know what the odds are. I don't know if anybody really knows what the odds are right now. Like, it would be cool if they were perma boosted, but I really feel like they might actually be a lot higher than that. But anyways, let's take a look at this thing's IVs real quick. 13, 13, 15. All things considered, could have been a lot worse. Also, page 3 of 4 has been done for quite some time. I really should have claimed this at any other point, but let's see what we get. Galarian Slowpoke, interesting. I mean, this is a big Galarian themed event, so it makes sense that the partner research would have a lot of Galar in it, even though there's Ducklet, which is not Galar at all. But will we get the shiny? Because I do like the shiny a lot. Ooh, but we get a huge one. Okay, I'll take a huge one. That's fun, though I don't think those IVs are very good. And here's the third one. Oh, it's a tiny one. No way. We get a huge and a tiny in the same research. You know what? That's actually really cool. No shiny, but who cares? That's stupid fun. Now to see if any of these were that good, because I know this one's the worst, so that one's pretty bad. And, well, I mean, this one has 2 15s, I guess. I completely forgot that we had to claim the final rewards here before we can move on to the next page, so let's get all the balls and such. And page 4 of 4 is instantaneously done, and we get 4 encounters, which is cool. And by 4, I mean 3 encounters. But in previous ones, we only got like a final encounter with some stickers. I'm curious, what are you gonna be? Oh, Salandit. Okay, I think this might be the first time we've ever been able to catch a Salandit. I could be wrong, but I don't think we've ever had these things in researches or in the wild. They've only been in 12-kilometer eggs, so maybe we'll get a really good one and hopefully a female that can evolve. And this might be the first ever Salandit in a crate ball, but it's a male, sadly, and it is not bad. 14, 13, 14. Number 2 is going to be a 467. I believe that's worse than the last one we got, but it still would be cool to get a female and also catch this one in an Ultra Ball, so we could have one in a gray and an Ultra. But that, again, that's super cool. I love that partner researchers do this, but that also makes me think that this might be a prediction for a shiny Salandit in the future. You see, in previous times, we actually had these partner researchers that would have Pokemon in them that couldn't be shiny at the time, but then a little bit later afterwards, say like the next season, they could be. A perfect example would be that we did have one somewhat recently for America and around the world, basically, that would give you Oricorio, and it would just be a random one of any of them. And then a little bit later, we got the shinies of those. And I do believe that one had Kecleon before Hoenn even went live with the shiny, but I could be wrong about that one. But anyways, let's take a look at this thing. 14, 13, 12, even though I think I already checked that in front of you. And the final Salandit, what are you gonna be? A 452. Okay, so this is the worst of the batch, of course. So no hundo, unfortunately. I still don't have that, but we had 3 chances of it, and it's a little higher when it comes down to researches. Even though technically in eggs, it should be the same odds, I believe. Doesn't matter. Let's see what happens though. Is it a female? Because that would be awesome. Nope, we got 3 males in a row. Oh well. But now it's time to claim the final rewards. We're gonna get ourselves 10,000 Stardust, 10 Salandit candy. I thought we were gonna get to the XP, but there we go, 10,000 XP. And now we're officially done with it. And we've got a Sneasel that isn't shiny. And a Galarian Ponysaw, that's boosted, but also not shiny. But we also have a Calm Day for that coming up literally this weekend. Another Mander, but will you be the yellow Mander? Still no. 538 as well. Pretty bad, really bad. Luckily, there's another Charmander just a little bit down the street, so maybe that one will be better to us. Another Charmander, what will this one be? Not a yellow one still, and a 539. I'm also really trying to get the hundo as well, so like, even if I don't get the shiny, which I do hope I do get, I'm also very much really wanting to get that hundo, because I just feel like a hundo might be the best thing to use in these, but for right now, again, we have no clue. Another Charmander! At least there's a lot of them today. There were not a lot yesterday, but we keep getting them in like the 40s. If we could just get 20 CP higher, I could be happy. But in the end of the day, I'm still having a good time. I know that I'm like kind of complaining, but it's more just for show. I'm enjoying myself. I enjoy these new Dynamaxes. They're not perfect. They could be a lot better, but they're also not terrible either. They're just a fun extra thing in the game, and I really appreciate that. But those IVs, I could appreciate them more if they were a little higher. Like I said, a lot of Charmanders out, but none of them want to be yellow. Or hundos either, really. I'm only going to be able to do so many today because of the energy, but I did buy a couple particle packs because, you know, gotta have to. It's a new feature. I want to grind it out. Another Charmander! Alrighty then. 335. Ugh. Getting dark, but Charmander's still out here. Come on. Oh, not it. And 352. At least it's not a long wait. The longest part is getting to them, but once you get them, like, you pretty much get them immediately because they're so squishy. Don't know how many more of these Charmanders I'm going to be able to find, but at least we are finding them. Come on, yellow, please, though. Nope, not shiny, and a 543. I should mention, we also only have like 55 minutes until these go away, or not really go away. They kind of just lock you out. So hopefully we'll get lucky and find something exciting before they go away, but I've been enjoying this grind. This might actually be our last Charmander. I'm not seeing any more of them, and I've been walking for a bit, but will you be the one? Doesn't look like it, and 538 as well. Well, that was a pretty fun grind. We completed a partner research, we got some shinies, and we did a lot of Dynamax battles. Speaking of the partner research, though, in order for you to get a code for this, you have to be either given it or go to Japan and get it, and it's a one-time use code. Otherwise, I would have popped it right here, but I can't do that because it won't work for you. But also, another thing about those partner researches is that I have another example of a shiny that came out a little bit after the partner research had it in it. That was Hisuian Growlithe. That was a thing that we had literally the season before it actually came out as shiny. So it does look like they kind of give us little hints as what's to come in terms of shiny releases and stuff. This doesn't always happen though. We did have Drampaw in one of them, and that came out after Drampaw could be shiny. But that's like one of the few times where that was the case. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's video, and I really hope you did, don't forget to smash that subscribe button for me, show me some love, and let me know in the comments down below. You think I'm right? Maybe shiny Salandit's coming out, or you think I'm wrong? And also, have you had a good time with this event? Have you gotten anything really cool? Let me know. And if you're really enjoying the content and you want to see even more of it, I highly suggest this video right over here. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.